In 2008 or 7 thereabouts, the Lord showed me a vision concerning my pastor in my church then. I really love this man of God. He's really an hardworking servant of the Lord. So the vision was, serious. It got me really scared. So I just had to tell somebody it was evil that was going to happen. He was going to die, our pastor, and I cannot allow that. I cannot allow that. So I called. I couldn't call. I don't know how to face pastors, so I called a secretary, that is a young lady like myself too, to come. Then I explained what God showed me to her, and I said, if she can help me convey it to our pastor, because they talk better, that maybe he will be able to know what to do about it. Because God only showed me, and I was too scared to even ask him for the solution to it. I was young, single lady then. So the lady, told me, don't worry, Sister Bola, don't worry. I'll know what I'll do about it. So for quite some time, I was expecting our pastor to call me and say, "Oh, Sister Bola, they said you saw a vision. God showed you a vision concerning me. God bless you. God bless you. Don't worry, I'll start praying about it." But no, nothing happened. So I was thinking maybe the lady did not tell him or whatever. So this thing got me worried. And I was having a feeling in my spirit that they are not doing anything about it. And all the visions that God has been showing me in time past has always been, you know, identical. The way He shows it, that's the way it's going to happen. There's nothing you want to remove anything from it. So I was scared for this wonderful man of God. I really didn't want him to go. So I was worried. I was unbalanced. Then it got to a time I just had to call my brothers that we pray together, that they should come to my house. Let's start praying for this man of God. Let's start praying for this man of God. And we started praying. As in, I was expecting them in my house. Then I turned around. I told one of the brother, please don't bring this brother to my house. He's not even part of our prayer team anyway. But don't bring this brother to my house. And by the time they came to my house, that brother I said he should not come was among them. So I now said, why did you bring this brother to my house? He now said, he started following me. I don't know. I told him, go back, go back. He said, I know you are going to Sister Bola's house. I want to follow you. I said, ah. So we had no choice. We just started prayer for the pastor. And after we did the prayer, everybody went their way. Before you know it, the pastor heard about the prayer from that brother I said I don't want to see. And it's just blew up like bomb. The pastor was so angry that we went to pray for him, that we, that I was discussing about him to overthrow him. This time I was just a children teacher. I wasn't really looking for any post for no reason. I don't even have capacity to carry pastoral post. I wasn't even a pastor. So he blew it out of proportion. He called me names in the church. He called me rebel. He called me this. I was really depressed because I was actually loving him. It was out of love I did that. So what happened next was that I started getting, disconnected from him and from the church. And within a few time, I was really out of that church. That's not the problem that really took me out of the church. The pastor actually chased me away from the church, that I was an evil person. This is a loving pastor to me before. We were really loving each other. He said I was an evil person. I was a rebel. I should leave the church. But before I left the church, the secretary called me. That was 3 years later after that vision. Told me, Sister Bola, somebody saw a vision, the type you saw 3 years ago. I said, I said, I can't remember that vision anymore. There's something about vision. When God shows you a vision, you can never forget it forever. So he said, Sister Bola, you are lying. You remember. I said, please. I say I don't remember it anymore. I don't remember the details of that vision. It's 3 years ago. Somebody was just saying it now, at 3 years after. And before you know it, everything scattered. The pastor said we should leave the church. We left. I left with some brethren. No, they didn't follow me. He chased them too because they were with me. Chased everybody away. And I was alone in my world, looking for my God up and down, where to go for service, which place again, because I've never entered any church prior to that. So it was serious. Then later I got my baby around 2011. I traveled, came back to Lagos. 2011, 2012, thereabout. Somebody, I've already left you working for God ministry. I've started a shop. Somebody rushed to me from my old church and said, Sister Bola, Pastor so is on sick bed and has been bedridden for 6 months. For 6 months, yes. And I said, what? Why? He said, they've taken him everywhere. Hospitals, to our, senior pastor, the general overseer, they've taken him to South Africa. He's not getting well. He's not getting better. He's just draining and draining. Medically, they couldn't say what is wrong with him. Spiritually, nobody could they've laid down on him. They've prayed. He says, Sister Bola, please, can you organize our old team together so that we'll go to his house and pray? I just said, no. I cannot go. I don't even know where they are. All of them have gone to find their own life somewhere. So I cannot mobilize anybody anymore. I said, no. Yes, I was feeling bad, but I don't feel the leading to go there with the way that man behaved anyway. I cannot go there. So they said he's inside the house, locked in, but bedridden. And I brooded on that issue. 6 months later, he died. He died, as in he died, no children, no life, no nothing. It just, that man just passed away. I don't know how many years, that's 2017, 2018, this is 2012. He died. It was painful, and later I felt guilty. I said, Lord, I'm sorry for causing the death of this man. The Lord said, no, you are not the cause of his death. This is the cause of his death. People may not accept the vision that God showed you because it has not gotten to the time of life. And the solution will not be at the time of life. Many solutions are, in the past before the time it will, show up. Don't lose faith when people ridicule you for the assignment God sent you. God has forced me to go and tell people, pastors, ministers, pastor's wife, like that, messages he sent me, and they've almost slapped me for bringing those messages. This, my old pastor, was angry because God showed me what wants to happen to him. He didn't expect it that, I could call a meeting. I did not discuss anything in the meeting. I just said, let us start praying for him. He saw me that making him an object of prayer, rather than being the prayer leader, like that. He felt ridicule. He felt like I belittled him. He reacted. In case you faced this or you are going through this, please don't stop your work. God sent you. God is more dangerous than these people he sent you to. Just use wisdom. And when they, ridicule you, attack you, don't stop going. You may leave them, but don't stop praying for them. Don't stop going on an errand that God has sent you to. I love you. I'll see you again.